Hey everybody, good morning, good afternoon, whenever it is for you. It's actually pretty early over here for me. It's about 5:36 in the morning. I got up, I'm gonna head to the gym in a little while. But I was doing some guitar practice and I wanna make a quick video about how to practice. Not just how to practice, but like good times to practice, how much to practice. I see that in a lot of forums on Facebook. Like some people say, I'm just starting off a guitar or I need to get back into it. How long should I practice and how often should I practice? And I have a good friend of mine that's just actually picking up bass for the first time after, his whole life and having family and kids. And he was asking me how long of a time that he should put aside for practicing. And I ran across an article a few years ago, like maybe about 10 or 12 years ago, and I thought it was pretty good. And it was called 5 Minutes of Practice. And watch to the end because I actually have like a link on it where there's like a community where everybody supports each other. Anyways, the premise of the 5 minutes of practice is that it's much better, and I fully agree with this, it's much better to practice for 5 minutes every day, or almost every day, than it is to say, pick up your guitar and practice for 1 hour once a month. Because that doesn't really do any good because you're not seeing much progress. You're putting things off because you don't feel like you have a full hour, so then you can't practice at all. And there's no committal there, then by the time you a month later when you're practicing, you forget the muscle memory, you forget the mental memory of all the things that you learn, and you're not really seeing many gains, so to speak, like a gym. If you do just 5 minutes a day, and if it's something that you really want to do and something you're passionate about, it's not easy, but you can fit in 5 minutes a day, either in the morning before work or at night when you get home from work, or even at lunch if you have your guitar with you. I'm not sure I don't have my guitar with me at lunch. But in any case, 5 minutes a day is not it's not a big committal. And the cool thing about it is that if you put 5 minutes a day into practice, by the time that 5 minutes are done, and the cool thing about it is that if you put in 5 minutes a day, quite often after that 5 minutes is done, you're like, well, I'm just getting warmed up. I want to practice more. And that's good. That's fine. That's what you want. However, if you can only do the 5 minutes, that's still much better than nothing at all. So the familiarity of being able to practice every day and making it part of your lifestyle and part of your life is much better than just saying, well, I don't have an hour today, so I'm not gonna have an hour for like weeks, so I'm not gonna practice until a few weeks. So do your 5 minutes a day, every day. I don't care whether it's scales, practicing, play along to a song. If you're like learning a song, put the song on the radio 2 or 3 times, or however long that would be in 5 minutes. Practice along to it. Tell Alexa or Siri to set a timer for you for 5 minutes so you can keep track of it. And practice more if you can, but in the very case, 5 minutes every day is hugely, hugely helpful. And actually, I have a link in the description below for a Facebook group called 5 Minutes of Practice. And it's based around the gentleman that actually wrote the article that I read about it in Taylor Guitar magazine many, many years ago. Very cool guy. I've talked to him and interacted with him on Facebook. And it's kind of like a support thing where like if you're going to practice 5 minutes a day, then you put 5 minutes a day, like you will post like my 5 minutes of today, I did 1 5 or I did 2 5s. And I did it practicing scales because I've been working on minor scales. Or my 5 minutes today, or my 5 was practicing this weird chord strumming pattern that I haven't played before. So that was what I did for 5 minutes today. So people will put all their different things in there. It's kind of nice. It's like a support community. Really good, helpful for anybody, but especially for beginners. It's a nice support thing where you can all interact with each other and see what everybody else is doing. Maybe get some ideas. So let me know what you're practicing. Let me know what you thought about it. Let me know what your favorite time to practice of the day is and how long you like to practice, how often it is. That's my tip for the day. Hope you guys have a great day, great weekend, and I'll talk to you soon.